I'm Becky.
And I'm Lindsay.
And we finally hit record on our candid conversations around conscious parenting.
We're here to talk about all of it.
Ugly parts included.
And share our raw experiences and imperfect insights as we're doing parenting.
Pretty conscious.
If this is your first time listening in, Becky is mom to E, who's 4.5. Lindsay is mom to Big Henry, Middle Henry, and Baby Henry, who are 6, 5, and 1. Hey!
Hey! We're back again!
We did it.
I know. I'm so proud of us. Yeah, I feel like the coming back for the first time is like, yeah, we did it. But then doing the second day of recording.
Like getting back into the routine is different than
just
getting back to doing an episode.
Yeah. And like starting to get some posts ready and like get our systems down, and it's good.
And last time went pretty seamlessly.
Yeah.
And I feel like the stick with itness of today is not going so smoothly getting everything set up. So
yeah,
it's nice.
I know. We should start with Trinket.
Yeah.
And I know that we were kind of chatting before this that a potential trinket that we could share that we kind of missed as a, I don't know about missed, but like that could have integrated well.
There was an opportunity and we did not seize it.
Yeah. Is this idea of redos in parenting and do-overs. We call them do-overs in my family.
Yeah. We tend to go
redo.
Yeah. I like both.
Yeah. Do you want to share how you use it or like what?
Yeah. Just so simply, just what it is.
Yeah.
Just giving somewhat unconditional allowance to just try it another time for anything.
Yeah.
Literally anything.
I know.
It's like, I don't know. I mean, hey, Big Henry, you just punched Middle Henry. Would you like a do-over? Do you want to have a redo? Because it's like there's those moments, especially that you can kind of see. We've talked about these moments before where it's not necessarily that they wanted to do that.
Yeah.
If we're talking about the stage of development they're in and the lack of impulse control, then like this is what that looks like in real time.
Yeah.
Is that sometimes they're doing stuff that maybe they don't even desire to be doing. Maybe there is that part of them that is asking for the, hey mom, can you help me stop? But they didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
And it happened anyways. But they know it's not in alignment with family values. Right? And if you can access through the do-over or a redo, that part of them that wants to be with the team, that wants to be on the same page, that wants to be all of those ventral vagal things, is what cooperative, flexible, community-minded, whatever. It's just giving like a little extra opportunity, serving as that proxy prefrontal cortex to say, hey, would you like another go at that one?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that, like, for me, I use it so often.
I also use it. It's not just for the children. It's not just like behavior management. It's not.
No.
It's just grace in action.
Yes.
It's just grace in action, and it goes both ways.
Yeah. One of the things that I love about do-overs and offering them to our children is that like unconditional positive regard of I believe that you aren't trying to do the worst thing,
right.
that like giving them some of that like benefit of the doubt in different situations, and like trusting that there is like maybe dysregulation that's causing it, or like just a lack of skills or a developmental thing, and then being able to offer that to ourselves too. And I think that when I think about offering it to myself and like what that actually looks like in practice, it's maybe a lot more crunchy than I wish it felt, because there are some times where I have and like this is hard to say out loud, but there are some times where I have the thought of like I could stop right now and do the do-over, but then I don't, or like making that stop to be like, hold on, can I try again? Is actually way harder in practice, even if you have the thought to do it.
Yeah.
That sometimes actually doing it is a lot harder. And so that's like where the pause comes in, and like sometimes the do-over doesn't happen like right away. But the idea of a do-over and offering that grace to ourselves, like allows us to try again, allows our kids to try again.
There's two things that popped into my brain. I'm going to say them both.
And then I can help hold them.
And then the other, thank you. The first thing was that do-overs are not for every moment.
Yes.
Not for every kind of moment.
Yes.
And I'm going to talk about this one first.
Mm-hmm.
But the, like, what it actually looks like in practice. It was such an interesting moment because, like, for one, yes, there are those moments where it's like I'm giving my acceptance speech for the award and the orchestra starts cueing me that I need to stop now, and I'm having the thought and I just go ahead and continue right on.
Yeah.
For a million reasons.
Yeah.
For like shame or embarrassment of like, oh, if I stop, what's that going to look like? Yeah. Or like,
or fear,
or like, if I stop that, I'm acknowledging that I have some amount of control over what just happened. And then that's like the whole, So it's a whole humility act to do it.
Yeah.
If you do stop, right? And I want to be more intentional about narrating for the kids when I'm doing that about face, because Big Henry just the other day said, because I was doing it.
Yeah.
I was having a moment that was not aligned with how I want to parent with middle Henry. And then I like shifted tone, shifted whatever, moved into playfulness. And Big Henry goes, Mom, how come sometimes when you're super mad, you're all of a sudden not anymore? Why does that happen? And I explained it to him. I was like, well, you know how I give you guys opportunities to have a do-over or a redo? That's me giving me one to myself in the moment, because I am a human in the same way and make mistakes in the same way and move out of, this is how I talk to my kids. Sounds so dumb, but sometimes I move out of alignment with how I want to parent you guys.
Yeah.
And in those moments, that's what you're seeing. Mm-hmm. So thank you for asking me so I can help you make sense of it.
Yeah.
And I'll try and announce it more, because if I narrate it and sportscast it, of course, these moments are like, I'm just happy I pivoted now.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
But like, giving the sportscasting as much as I can to help narrate that for them. And I wonder how much that would help me be able to take it from I had the thought to putting it into action. If I engage the verbal processing part of my brain, that will maybe help prefrontal cortex come online better, stronger in that moment. If I just even announce the thought, I'm thinking about having a redo. You know, just even that might make it, might solidify the off ramp.
Yeah.
Might turn it from sand into clay. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something that just sturdies it up so that, okay, at least I put the thought out into words now.
Yeah.
I love that. Now if I reject
there's
that.
There's accountability when you put it out.
Yeah.
And then, now if I reject that, like, at least there's the accountability that I need to come back to why.
Right. And really that's developing the pause.
Yeah.
Right. That is
that's really what it is.
Sacred pause into action. Right. But it is, just another way to access it.
Yeah. When helping our kids, I think that, and I know that like you'll probably talk about this when you come back to your first one.
I forgot
it's not for every moment, but like for our kids, sometimes like we, again, acting as proxy prefrontal cortex for them, we have to help create that pause for them. And so sometimes it's like, okay, you want to do over, or hey bud, why don't we take a minute and then we'll come back for a do-over. And like being able to gauge how like sometimes we have to create that pause for our kids because they're not able. I mean, sometimes I can't do it for myself, so it makes sense.
I wish my partner, this is those moments where I wish that my partner was readily looking for places to offer me that off ramp as well. I wish my husband was saying to me, would you like a do-over?
Yeah.
That got messy.
Yeah. Like when they can see the off ramp for you, and that ties into what we're going to talk about today too. But having somebody else be able to be like, I can see that this isn't how you want to do, and let me create that little pause.
Yeah. and I imagine myself receiving that even from you. Yeah. I could see myself receiving that from you in a moment or from my husband. And I don't, because I know what I offer it with, I don't feel like it's a shame rooted thing. It is really, it's just like it's a call in and it's an offer. It's a genuine offer. Would you like to try that another time? Yeah. Now that we've slowed things down, you tried it once. How did you like how it went the first time? Yeah. Holding space for the honest answers of like all of that. So it's also a tool for self-reflection. Yeah. It's also supporting them in reflecting on their own actions, consequences that go with those things, just the natural consequences that go with them. Yeah. So it's like, it's such a powerful tool. And yeah, like you said, it's not for, like you reminded me that I said earlier. Yeah, I didn't say that, but I agree with it. They're not for every moment. Yeah. And the purpose is not to, you did it wrong the first time, why don't you do it another time? It really is that when you can see, because you're so in touch with where they're at, when you can see that something didn't sit right with them already, you can see the glimmer of like, oh yeah, this doesn't align with something you told me it was important to you earlier. Yeah. You told me you really value flexibility or you really value fairness. What just happened right there didn't feel like you were really acting from a place of fairness. Would you like another try at it? Yeah. So it is that. That's the place I want to come at it from. Yeah. Versus like I'm gonna hold your hand through this, personal responsibility. Like we're gonna try another time. Like it's not coming from that place when I'm offering a redo. Yeah. It is just like a genuine opportunity. We can just let this one, and and like that is like so de-shaming of that process. It isn't introducing shame. It's saying like, hey, we could all just like move on from this one if we need to, and like, and if you're not able to do the redo then right now, then like that's also giving me cues that exactly there's more to work through. It's information. Yeah, absolutely. It's more data, like how they receive the invitation for a redo, or a do-over. And it's not like policing their behavior. It's just, it literally is. It's the call in to like, hey man, it doesn't seem like, it doesn't seem like you meant to do all that just now. Or if you did, it seems like maybe you're feeling a little regret. Would you like to have another go at it? Yeah, because guilt can be really hard on some kids. Yeah. I know one of the kiddos that I watch has a really hard time with guilt. And if there's too much of it, then he does have a hard time and like really needs some space before he can come back to repair. But the do-overs, I think, like sort of help bridge that like guilt to moving on. Yeah. Like moving through that guilt more like quickly, processing it more quickly, because it just offers the immediate do-over. Yeah. When it is like a true and honest, just like, that happens, you know? Yeah. Because that does happen. Yeah. It's just so human. Yeah. And I just think that it's such, grace in action is 100% what it feels like. It just feels like, yeah, you're allowed to be human. Yeah. And just because you did that thing doesn't mean you can't do it differently another time. Whether that other time is now or in a future, it's that message. Yes. That like, yeah, it happened. You get to try again. Yeah. And that's why it fit in so well with the first episode. Of that, needing to like, and like the compassion and the, de-shaming so that you can try again. Yeah. Yeah. Love it. It helps you see so much too. Like if there is something here, you were speaking to that a little bit. Like if there is something deeper here, if they double down when you offer a redo, okay. Thank you for letting me know. That's letting me know how important this is. Yeah. There's something else going on here and I need to focus on. Yeah. Dang, who thought do-overs were so? I know. Who thought redos were
There's so much there.
Yeah. I love
Obviously.
them.
I know. It's great. I know. Me too. I'm glad we like talked about it intentionally, because even though it's sometimes it's like wrestling the tools out of the bottom of the tool belt again and being like, what do we actually have in here? I forgot. It's like really helpful. Yeah. And so I'm excited to get to use trinkets that way too. Totally. This season. Yeah. Because there's like, it's more and less helpful at different developmental stages and whatnot. Or like, used differently. Like it just, that spiraling curriculum feel
Yes.
of parenting.
1000%.
Cool. Does that feel complete for you for
Yeah,
trinkets?
totally.
Great. Let's dive into topic of today.
What's the topic? I forgot.
Oh yeah, we're doing the
brain like a sieve today.
We're doing container of now, being able to hold the delight when the other can't. Sort of this idea of, like, I know that we speak a lot to like being able to see and hold the whole pie. And so being able to hold the whole pie while also focusing in on one slice. I know. Where do you want to start?
I want to pee.
Okay. Bio break.
I realize I have to pee.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to get into this one.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Okay. All right. So
where do you want to dive in?
Okay. Maybe let's start with the original thought.
Yeah.
Like when I was putting these topics in a list, when we were kind of like talking about what this one was going to be about, what was front of mind for me was this holding the whole pie, but what it can look like in a relationship, like between two people, because I think that that's part of what is so rich and sweet about here, is how when I need to focus on a slice, in particular, like some of the more uncomfortable slices, the things that take more from me, to consciously sit with and actually be with what's here right now, without having, like, it's such a gift to be able to just be allowed to focus on my one slice, knowing that you already know that the rest of the pie exists, and sometimes you're willing to hold that part for me
so you can
temporarily, so that I can just, and even if it's just in the subtext of saying, like, I know that the rest of the pie exists, you can just talk freely about this pie. You don't have to come in and say,
with all of the subtext of here, and like, you don't have to explain all of that to me for me to like trust that you can see that and I can sit here with you in the now.
And that's so beautiful and allows for the depth of our interaction. And it, in some really tangible ways, shows up. In ways like when I'm really activated, really chronically, by something that's happening, some dynamic between me and one of my kids. We see each other frequently enough that it's like, you will just like swoop in and offer something different, or share. And I've done this for you when you've struggled with things, when you've been in like a tough patch, whatever, with E, and it's like, I can hold the delight when you can't, and vice versa. And it's just this really beautiful, I don't know, experience of raising our kids up together and also supporting each other. It feels like a vital part of conscious parenting in community.
That's what I was just about to say, is that like it feels like it lightens the load so much, knowing that you aren't having to hold all of it all the time, and that you are actually allowed to just sit, like, especially when it's like, can you hold the delight in E for me so that I can just take a second to wallow about how freaking hard this is now, and not have to worry about also having to hold the delight. Because I am able to sort of like pass that token off to you to like take care of and tend to for this moment.
And it's not to offload responsibility. It's not to offload any of it. It's not like a true, it's hard to explain what it is. It's like I have these, I know that these all exist. I know that I hold all of these parts of the experience. And it is just, it is just a temporary, I know that I don't need to focus my energy on the making sure that somebody is delighting in my child, because there's somebody else who I know is going to be there. And especially being so in tune that, like, if you're struggling extra, or if I'm struggling extra, we both are coming in. We know
with
that.
More,
And so we're coming in kind of automatically to infuse more of that. And not in a way that is toxic positivity, not trying to take you out of what your experience is, but just helping to hold the parts that you are,
so that you don't have to. It's not even that you can't or that you don't want to. It's just that, like, so that you can actually focus your energy and capacities on the things that are feeling more pressing right now, because it's really it's really draining to have this thing. Like, let's say that, you know, I'm back into that period where E and I were like a lot of friction and things were really, really hard, and it was feeling like we weren't having any good moments. And it's really hard for me to focus my energies on trying to work through all of the muck that was there within myself, within her, within the dynamic, and also be like, and she's this great kid. And so I'm aware that all exists, but it allows me to, like, I'm not having to spend my energy on the, like, peripheral vision. I can just focus on what is directly in front of me. Knowing that exists still, and that, like, there's somebody else who can, like, keep their toe on it for me, you know, like, we're not letting it up.
Right. Well, and I think what it allows for, I think why it feels so vital for this approach to parenting. The conscious parenting experience is only in part how we engage with our kids. So much of it is deep introspection and really sinking into some of these more uncomfortable feelings so that we can model what that even looks like. And so much of the time, I feel like we are messaged that we should always keep the gratitude and always keep the delight at the forefront. And so I will pull myself out of these uncomfortable experiences by, nope, I'm going to white knuckle it
so that I can delight
I'm going to use the delight and then use the gratitude to not go to that place, because that place is uncomfortable. And I view conscious parenting, the very committed practice of it, I view it as really important to go to those places where it is so rich, where that's where we're actually working with the material that has the potential to end generational cycles, shift generational patterns. It's in that sludge. It's in those barriers to gratitude and delight and whatever. So I don't want to take you out of it. Like, and I don't want to, I want people to support me staying there, doing important work that I'm doing there. Because otherwise we're just doing this thing where we're just floating on the surface of parenting. Is any of that making sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, that's definitely going, like, off into the wilderness.
No, I think it totally makes a lot of sense to, like, I'm not trying to, like, sound arrogant here and, like, toot our horn, but, like, to do conscious parenting on the, like, the layers of the onion style, where, like, we're willing to look at the skin of the onion, but, like, we're also constantly pulling away new layers and allowing it to transform us and allowing it to transform our relationships with ourselves and other people and our kids. And, like you said, that generational stuff, that there has to be enough safety in being able to stick with the discomfort. And it's, to me, I see it so much as, like, a version of co-regulation.
It absolutely is adult co-regulation.
That it's a version of co-regulation, like, for, you know, adults going back and forth of being able to support each other and create that safety so that you can hold the all of it, like, all of the feelings, so that you can give space to all of the feelings. Because if you're trying to do that all on your own and you don't have that external co-regulator, it makes so much sense that you would shy away from some of these, like,
they're scary.
And, like, and when you if you don't have the option to collapse, right? Because you don't know if there's, like, if you're going to be able to pick yourself up from that, like, absolutely, absolutely, that makes sense that you would shy away from the, like, ugly bits that come up. And so I think that yeah, like you said, it is a vital portion of the like conscious parenting where we're trying to peel away these layers. And yeah, I think that that's a really good description of how it is that like what you were saying. And yeah. And yeah, I keep thinking of like the container of now and how that relates to all of this too. And I know that last season we talked about container of now like a few different times. But yeah, in relation to this, that like similar to what you said, that like I have awareness that more exists, but I'm just gonna focus on the now.
Well, and it is like Dan Siegel's Wheel of Awareness practice.
Yeah.
Where you're just like the very highest level overview. It's literally a mind training tool to focus your awareness on one sense or groups of senses at a time. And so it's not denying that everything else that could be in your awareness exists, but it's allowing yourself to stick the focus at one area so that you can sink into that experience more. You can take in more into your awareness from that without having to make sure you're checking all the boxes of all the things you're supposed to keep in mind and checking in with every different portion of the lens.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just, and the container of now is so beautiful because it's saying, hey, we can contain this thing.
Yeah.
You have permission to go all the way here because it's just right now. It's just what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And we can talk about it in that way that it's, I'm not here taking what you're saying now as if it's always going to be that way, as if it's implying that any of these other things are no longer true. So it's just that offering of a space to authentically experience and express.
Yeah. And I think that like taking that and applying it to the way that we interact with our children in hard times and offering them the container of now without us projecting this concern for XYZ behavior 1 month, 5 months, 5 years down the road, but just being like allowing just like this moment right now to exist and for us to be present. Like there's such a practice of presence with the container of now, of the sticking with it and and also allowing our kids that safety, like creating that container for them to just be like, actually, we can just sit with this today.
Yeah. And I like, and there's a component of validation of, I believe you. I believe how powerful this is for you
right now.
Yeah. And you don't have to tell me how it fits in with the rest of the pie. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to trust what you're saying to me is so true for you, right? And I don't need to come in and tell you about how, oh, well, when you're a kid, sometimes you get stuck and little things feel really big. And no, none of that matters. What matters is me being present with you with this experience that you're having right now. That feels really important. And you want to let it take up the whole stage. And we can do that.
Yeah. And I think that there's a component too of like the name it to tame it, like the containment portion of it, of like, and the, like, if we go back to holding the whole pie, being able to hold the whole pie for our kid and also name it that like you are feeling so much that you hate your friend right now. And that is so incredibly true for you right now. And it's like helping them understand too that this isn't forever.
Just
and that adds
right
the
now.
containment. Yes.
Just saying right now.
Yeah.
Does that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we don't need the extra explanation, but that provides that container for them that I think makes it feel a lot less scary.
Yeah. Well, and I think especially for less mature brain. I
don't love the word like underdeveloped.
I don't like any of the words.
Yeah.
Kid brains. For a brain that hasn't, I don't even know. I don't like comparing it to
fully matured.
No, I don't even
like maturity
it's
barf.
Not even age based.
I know.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Okay.
all of that.
All of that. I think about how parts work, IFS, not strictly IFS, but parts work generally, has been so beneficial to me because it has allowed me to have a coherent narrative that makes sense of all of these contradicting bits inside of me. I walked around feeling like, well, I must have no values. I must have no accountability or no discipline or no true integrity with what my values are or what my experiences are, because I have so many conflicting and contradicting experiences all the time. And Container of Now does the same thing. You don't have to integrate everything right now.
Yeah.
You can just focus on what's in your awareness and what's taking up all of your awareness right now. And when we actually engage with it, that's how we tease it apart and make sense of it.
Yeah.
And we can integrate the little parts that we won't realize are there if we just try and move right along, move right through it, get to the other side of it. You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's giving our kids an opportunity. I was in sports med in high school. I was really into sports med in high school. And we talked about like when you have a muscle tear and when you're healing a muscle tear or a tendon tear, how like casting and keeping the injured tissue immobile, sure, it leads to healing, but the tissue that comes back is all this scar tissue that's all like chunky and blah, blah, blah. Where when you allow the movement, the tissue comes back like clean and aligned with the rest of the tissue. And it's like, it just feels very much like what you and I are busy doing is like dissecting scar tissue that just happened because we weren't allowed to move those muscles when they got injured.
Yeah.
Versus offering the kids the Container of Now, being there with them and present with them as they're investigating these really intense feelings and things that come up, is allowing them that movement through the pain.
Yeah.
Is allowing them that presence in the pain that's like so healing. And so allows them to integrate it right here and right now because we're taking it in like these little bite-sized chunks.
Yeah.
And we're supporting them through it.
Yeah. This is like reminding me of just like circling back to like the delight component of being able to like delight in our children in those moments where we're holding the Container of Now for them and like find that presence. And there's like a special kind of delight of being able to like be present with them and hold that with them. At least I find that. And I know in Circle of Security, they talk about that like delight in me and even in like the really challenging moments. And like that feels like similar to what this is. And I think the Container of Now relates to that so much of, being like, because it's holding that for them, right? Of like, I still see you as you, the whole you. And I also see this part of you. And I can love all of it because I know that eventually it will all integrate, or it won't, and even that's okay too. Like not all of it has to integrate for it to be good.
It's like it's getting to witness them as they begin to know more parts of themselves.
And it's a messy process getting to know parts of yourself.
1,000%.
And how cool that they're getting to do it at such a young age.
And just like I delight, like, are you okay if you let me know afterwards if you're okay with me including it in. But with your relationship with tears and like struggling to access tears, even when you're feeling intensely sad or angry or whatever. And us sitting around at the dinner table with our close group of friends. And you're like, oh, I might cry. And we're all just cry. Is that like that delight of like, oh my God, you're experiencing it.
You're experiencing the feeling.
And I've had moments of that. I imagine that it's similar for you, that in those moments that are these deeply intimate moments where I'm like in it emotionally and I'm letting you see me that way. I always feel so privileged to be in that spot to witness you in that way.
I agree so much that like it really does feel like a privilege, and it's not something that I take lightly when like somebody is letting me into that, or when I am getting to do that for my daughter.
Yeah.
And even though like she doesn't necessarily like understand like the full vulnerability of it, kids do though, because like the way that they hold it together all day and then fall apart when they get home with you, it is that, right? And so yeah, it is. I don't take that privilege of being able to be that for my kiddo lightly, because it really is. Yeah, it's like, and the connection that comes from that vulnerability. And yeah, it's so cool. And like, yeah, between friends, between partners, between like me and my kiddo.
Yeah. This is like the sacred relating. Like it feels, I get like that giggly, like giggly because like nervous.
Yeah. It's happening. Totally.
I get that way when my kiddo is falling, or when, like when they're in that visceral experience of intense emotion, because I paved the way for the thing to take up the whole room.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to pause everything else. I'm just going to hit pause on everything else.
And just...
I'm going to hit pause on the part of my brain that wants to see how this fits into the whole thing and see what this becomes 10 years down the road if not addressed right now. I'm going to sit on my hands.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let this thing play out.
Yeah. And to manage your own fears around it is like such a big part of it.
Because we're seeing emotions we were never allowed to express.
Exactly.
Outwardly.
Yeah. And so being able to then not be afraid of those and not to be afraid of what happens if you don't fix it right now. And instead we can sit with this right now because it's just an emotion and I can hold the container for it.
Yeah. And what we're holding the container, like what it takes to hold the container, it's like trusted myself, trusted my child, trust that my child's body was made to hold all of this when I'm just growing that trust in myself that my body was made to hold all of this. Trust that it doesn't mean all of the many things that I think it means.
Oh, the stories.
Yeah.
The stories that come up that you have to...
It's such a surrender experience, while also not because we're the sturdy in it.
Yes. It's not the collapse.
It's us sturdying so that they can surrender. Yeah. But we also have to surrender so much of what has kept us safe during our upbringing. And even in our relationships. Now, I feel like I still use a lot of these tools because I will flood my partner every single day if I just let it all. Yeah. You know? And that's the thing. It's like, it's not every moment. It's not every time. And it's not even for these huge hurricanes of, emotion. But.
Yeah. Like I think it is important to say that like this isn't every single moment the world stops for our kids, because that's not like that's not how the world works. But sometimes it is okay to stop the world. Sometimes that is okay. And sometimes it is okay to like I know is, again, if it's okay to share with Middle Henry out on hikes at Forest School of like, you can hate this, you can be sad, and we still have to walk.
I said to him Friday, you can cry the entire way if that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
We're still going to get there.
Yeah, we're still going to hike. We're still going to get there. And so it's like, you do that. I got the rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like there is still the ability to hold that container of now with the world not stopping. But also recognizing that, like, sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and even in that, that's another flavor of holding the container of now, because to do that, I have to not go off into the, like, oh, no, what does it mean for him if I say this to him right now? Yeah. And not go down the path that would have me frozen. You know, like, there's a little bit of I feel like, I don't know, does this feel true for you that the container of now to me also applies to those moments where we just move into the benevolent leadership, like just get through the moment. We just need to take action
1,000%.
and get through the moment. So sometimes the container of now is like, yeah, I'm gonna trust that this doesn't bleed into everything else
Yes.
in the way that I am magnifying and interconnecting it into all these different things. Like there is
Yes.
containment that happens there too.
Mhm.
There are internal boundaries that I'm holding with myself about I'm not gonna let this thing
This one become the everything.
Yeah. And Container of Now, to be clear, is not it's just something we started calling what we were doing. When, you know, our kid is saying, I hate you, and instead of coaching them on social skills,
being able you are feeling that now, aren't
you?
you?
More. What else?
Yeah.
What else is about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Container of Now is this like ever evolving thing.
Yeah.
But it feels like such a, you know, just a helpful way to frame up something that we're doing. Because I use Container of Now
all the time. I know.
Yeah.
That and the pies.
Yeah. I wonder if I
wonder if we're thinking the same thing. I wanted to go back to my thumb and tell that story.
I was gonna go, I wonder if it would be helpful to have some stories of like actual moments where we're doing this.
Yeah. And how many different flavors there are. Because like, this week I was at my house and I was watching 2 kiddos plus E and was got a new knife that I was so stoked on for outdoor activities and was whittling, and E came up and was like, Mom, can you help me make this bow and arrow? And I was like, yeah, definitely. We like tied the string and she got an arrow and we needed to like notch the back so that it would hook onto the string. And I take my knife and I am doing that, and while I'm doing it I think there's a better way to do this, and as soon as that thought goes through my head, the knife slips and I slice the tip of my thumb pretty good. So I like run into the house, and anyways I got all the kids situated. Tyler ended up taking me to the hospital and then them home, and I, on the way to the hospital, texted you and told you that this happened. And I was like, and the embarrassment hurts more than the cut itself. And can I read the text verbatim? Because I just loved it so much. Give it a pause so I can find it. Because believe it or not, there's been a couple texts since then. Okay. So you texted me, oh no, I'm sorry you got hurt. Learning new skills can be painful. You've got the evidence of effort and learning through mistakes. How brave. I'm sorry, the very real embarrassment is so painful. Fully assuming it was from whittling. If it was from cutting butter, I guess it doesn't apply. Feel free to cut this next part out if you don't want. No. He said people go in with stuff stuck in their rectum. So just for some 3 steps away perspective.
No shame if there's ever been anything stuck in your rectum. I would feel more nervous about that at the ER.
Yeah. I said, I'm less embarrassed about the ER and more about being so gung-ho about this new skill and then really messing it up. And he said, I hear you. Your feelings make sense. I hope you'll find softness for yourself in the vulnerable part that lets you play. But there's time for it all. Wish I could hug you. And so, like, is that not just you holding all of it for me in this moment when I couldn't, when like the embarrassment was just so strong? It's not like you were saying like don't feel the embarrassment. It's not like you were like, oh wow, like you shouldn't feel that way, Becky. It was like, no, I hear that, and like I see all of it because I can tell in this moment that you're seeing this. And I had like responded that like I will, like I can't wait to go back and read these and when I'm like ready to find that softness. And I did go back and read them once I like sat at the hospital for a bit and got my finger all patched up. But yeah, like that just feels like such a example of that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad that it was received that way. Because I think in the moment I was like lower capacity, but wanting to still be present for you. And I think it was just that like, oh, I hope she's not forgetting about those little parts. The other part, because like from the other seat, I'm seeing you just delight in this thing and play like you've never played in your life.
Yeah.
And connecting with this part of you that is, you were just talking about it the last episode.
Yeah.
Like this childlike wonder about things. And guess what? Kids get cut out at forest school from whittling practice all the time.
Fall and break 2 arms from trees. Like,
and yes, it's painful. And yes, the feelings come up, and those feelings are valid and real. And yeah, as an adult, I'm glad that you were able to like see it as like as what I intended for it to be, which is like, yep. And I've got these other things in mind too.
Yeah.
Along with that bit.
Yeah.
But you focus on your embarrassment right now.
Yeah.
And
like,
and
it, like what you said, like now that I'm reflecting back on sitting at the hospital and just like thinking about it and like working through the embarrassment and sitting with it, and then being able to be like, nobody ever, like, I didn't have an adult sitting around teaching me how to whittle. This is my first time doing this. And like, yeah, I am playing. How brave to learn the hard way and like be able to, you know, obviously like not putting myself into like extremely risky situations, but like that's within play, and that's such a win. And so like it really did help me soften when the time was right. But on the way to the hospital, I was just like, So I just, and I feel like as we're talking that Container of Now feels very like there's 2 parts to it. One is like looking not at the whole pie sometimes. And like both of us sitting in the now.
Right.
And then one of them is like, I'm going to hold both for you, the now and the pie, so that you can just sit in the now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like it's like a slightly different flavor that like is used in different.
1,000%. And I think that the part, if I was trying to show up for my child, I think primarily I am offering them I don't give the prefrontal cortex part of like, here's all the things that I'm holding for you when you can't hold it.
Yeah.
I'm giving that to you right now because you're an adult and I trust you to take in what will serve you now and save what will not serve you now for later. Exactly. And there's trust in our relationship. So I trust that you know that if you came back and said, Lindsay, that's not what I need right now. Can you give me instead?
Yeah.
There's just that trust. Yes. There's just all of that context.
Yeah.
But I think you're totally right. I think that it is, What would the other flavor look like?
That's like the sitting in the swamp together.
That like rebirth moment for me.
Oh my God.
That like, let's go there. Yeah. Like after a moon night, really intense, vulnerable share where I just like vomited emotionally.
Yeah.
Everything that was feeling so all-consuming. My whole that one slice of the pie was really needing all of my attention.
Yeah.
And being surrounded by 3 other women who were willing to just hear me, because I did self-advocate that I actually don't want to hear anything about the rest of the pie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I know that you guys know all of the other rest of the pie exists. I really need to be here with this slice. And like having 3 other women be willing to put the rest of the pie
away
in the fridge.
Safe
in the fridge. And just be there with me, focusing on that slice. And like even like wrapping me up in loving touch and putting a song on, served the moment and allowed for those emotions to be there and encouraged them to, what else is about it? To grow even bigger, to take up even more space. Oh my God, what a container. What a container now. And then I was able to, from that night, I've been able to resource so much from just that moment that if I had gone away from it sooner, I wouldn't have tapped into this literal, what felt like a soul rebirth moment. And I've been processing it ever since. And this is months ago now. And literally a life-changing moment because I'm working with circuits that are so deep and so subconscious and so like big ripple effect from that night. But yeah, totally different flavor from
what what
Yeah.
the like me cutting my thumb was.
Yeah.
And that they're so different. And
we're just playing footsie
I
now.
know.
I'm like, no, don't run away or you're warm. Intimate.
I know. Like, my back always hurts after this, but I also love that we're just like recording in one of our beds. Just like cozied up. Nice. I don't ever see us as 2 armchairs. It'll be a couch, if anything.
No, I know. I've thought about like the little teal couch in the big room. Yeah. But I'm like, never 2 swivel chairs or anything. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Different flavors. I wonder if there's a good kid example. I'm trying to think.
The I hate you is the one that like comes to mind a lot, of being able to like sink in with that. Yeah, there's so much just like I believe you embedded into it, of trusting that when something is happening in your kid and you're like, that's not a big deal, but it's a big deal to them, allowing that to actually be a big deal to them. And that doesn't mean that it has to be like the biggest deal to you too.
Right.
That's like sort of part of the not getting caught up in the storm and the anchoring and
that's the internal boundaries.
Yeah.
So I'm only dipping a toe. I'm not diving into your pool.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of a good example with even just like skirmishes with friends. Like I think of
how we don't go in, like it's not going into fix it mode immediately.
No, it's tell me your story. Now let's hear your story. Wow, this is going to be really challenging. I get why you guys were fighting over this, because this is tricky. I wonder what we're going to do. And like sticking in that, like you're like, yeah, I'm going to sit on the edge of this pool with you.
Yeah.
And we're going to sit here until we get it worked out. And I'm here providing the safety so that you can then access. It's like, again, that co-regulation. It's that access. Like now, because I'm not fixing it, I'm not trying to like pull you out of the pool. Instead, it's me getting in with you. Like I think of like different things out at Forest School with the little kinders and how like there's a lot of that happens, because when kids are young and they're playing together, it's so messy, and there's a lot of like learning through social consequences, and just social dynamics are so complicated. And so it's a top-down approach doesn't always work. And that's, I feel like, being able to hold that space for, we're here in this pool again. There's a part of me that is, I know the way out of this pool.
I'm thinking about that time that we were out there and E and a friend were on a rock and it was a throne. And they both wanted the throne right here, right now.
Yeah.
You and I had offered about every strategy that we could.
I know.
While just kind of holding the embers, trying not to breathe on them.
And don't let anyone push the other. Let's provide the physical safety, because they're both at the top of this really tall rock.
Yeah. And I remember literally at a certain point, we just were stood there. And that's all we were doing. We were just standing there. They had run out of dialogue back and forth about it. They were just recycling dialogue about it.
They had run out,
and it just did feel like we just kind of were waiting for time to pass and waiting for something to shift. And that's a lot of the times the question that's in my mind that I don't always say out loud to the kids in these moments when we're holding space for what's going on is, I wonder what will happen if we just let time pass. I wonder what will change when we're out of this moment of now. When we're out of this container of now, I wonder what will change.
And without me pushing you out of it.
Yeah.
Because so often we do that, and so often that's called for.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes we really do need to push them out of the container of now.
And
or at least provide the very sturdy off-ramp.
Yeah. And in that moment, it would have been relational rupture.
Yeah.
I think that we only paused. And after a good long pause where we weren't offering any suggestions and we weren't supporting in any other way than just being there and kind of narrating, just sportscasting a little bit what's going on.
You and I locked eyes knowing exactly what we were both doing.
Yeah. Because we could have, that moment in another life, I would have come in with a sturdy, and then even in another moment, I would have come in with a sturdy, nope, we're not doing this. These are the options, pick one, or I will pick for you in a little minute. And because certain moments are going to call for that. And that's, you know, whatever, those moments are messy anyway you slice them. And in that moment, we had capacity. So we just stuck it out and we waited to see what would happen if time passed. And eventually, guess what? Somebody got bored.
I know.
And ran off.
Yeah.
And said, okay, but after you, I want a turn.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right.
And then there ended up not being relational rupture between the kids, between us and the kids. Yeah.
And I'm curious if we went back and we checked in with them, if there was anything that they would have learned from that going that way. I don't know. I could see 1,000 different lessons, but I'm curious how that landed with them. And maybe when they're 15, they'll tell us.
Maybe. Or not.
Who knows? Although I have Big Henry who's bringing things to me. Mom, remember when I was 3 and you put my head under the water because the swim class teacher told me to? Oh, God. Yes.
Yeah, I do.
I regret it all the time. You remember it? We have like deep-seated trust issues. I've had to earn back his trust from that moment. But at least I know. Thank goodness he told me.
Yeah.
And I have to just believe him.
Yeah.
I literally, when I started therapy at 17, I brought up something that happened when I was 3 years old or 2 years old. And, you know, got laughed out the door. And it's like, but that's my first memory of betrayal by a parent.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's meaningful. It was important. Yeah. And that's a Big Henry experience. I betrayed him.
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm so glad you told me.
I know. Because,
and I could easily brush that off.
And in those moments, it doesn't matter what is objectively true.
No. He doesn't care. Not that he doesn't care. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant data in that dynamic that I went through different decisions and I was really waffling on the whole thing. And I was just doing, okay, we have to act. Let's do something now and then we'll figure it out later. And later he was happy because we celebrated and yada yada.
Yeah.
What he needs when he brings it up to me now that he's 6 years old
isn't a but
it's for me to say, okay, there's a now here happening that I want to hold a container for, and let's
sit in it. Here. Let's sit in it. We'll sit in the pool and I won't put your head under.
Yeah. And we're gonna move on with life.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the whole thing forever.
Yeah.
But I'll keep it in mind. And I think of that. I think of all of the containers of now very literally, like these little jars of experiences that we have the lid on. And it's not the lid on because they're repressed.
No.
They're contained.
Yeah.
And I can go in and I can revisit at any time.
Yeah.
And that's a much more coherent way to sort through these otherwise quite entangled experiences.
It reminds me of the In a Jar by Deborah Massaro book. I'll have to show you after this.
Yeah.
But that's a great book that is like similar where they like save these moments.
Yeah.
And I love, like they can go back and revisit them and open them and they like come to life again. And
they're like little trinkets.
They really are. Know? Yeah. Those are the little things like trinkets you carry with you now.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. It's so good.
It's not where I thought the conversation was going to go. I just knew I wanted to talk about it more. And I knew that as I was listening back to all the other episodes, kind of building up to starting to record season 2, was that, we talked about Container of Now and said, we'll have to do an episode about it later.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad
it was also part of let's hold ourselves accountable to actually fall through on these things that we talked about wanting to do a whole episode on.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it turned into a lot of conversation around Container of Now because it is such a powerful thing.
Yeah. Do we have questions for the road? And also, are questions for the road feeling valuable. I like kind of closing off a thought,
Mm-hmm.
but I also don't know if it helps add to the conversation or if people are carrying it away or if they just kind of have questions themselves that they think on. I don't know.
Like an
maybe just leaving an option for if there's anything that you or I feel really compelled to leave off on.
Yeah.
But I think I want to not feel like I need to
come up with
yeah,
if there's not something emergent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Does
agree.
that feel
That feels
fair?
aligned. Yeah.
Okay.
That
Cool.
feels better than trying to force something that
Yeah.
isn't emergent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So is there anything
feels
remaining that needs to be said for this thing to feel complete?
No, but I'm excited. I just every time that we talk about things on a deeper, I'm always like, oh, I like can't wait to see things through this lens being front of mind again. That's so fun to just shuffle the toolbox and be like, what lands on top?
That's half of why I was so eager to get started again, because it is so valuable for me to have these conversations, to take away. And it really does just benefit my parenting experience so much, having these important conversations.
Yeah. I think the thing that feels important for me to sort of circle back to, we talked a lot about it being a like having somebody who can hold the container of now for you, being such a vital portion to conscious parenting, and just speaking to how challenging that can be to find the people to do that when you are also learning it yourself. And that there's just like, while conscious parenting is adaptable and I think open to everyone, there are components of it that come with a lot of privilege.
I'm glad that you said that.
Yeah, just like any sort of access to ventral vagal from an external source feels like a place of privilege. And so, just wanting to acknowledge that and just the amount of effort that it has taken for us to get to this point. And that I know that not everybody in every season can or does have access to that, and that there's no shame in that, and that doesn't mean that you're wrong or bad or not worthy of it or can't find like other forms of how to make this work for you.
1,000%. My closing thought, well, one of the two, was like the gratitude for the fact that we have that, and that we've like, I'm grateful to us for all the effort that we've put to get to that place. And the flip side of that is always the subtext of it's a privilege, and the fact that we had time and energy to be able to nourish this friendship to be what it is. It's all been a huge priority. We've prioritized it, and it's a privilege that was even an option for us. So, all of that acknowledged. I'm glad that you brought it up. I think the last thing that I wanted to say, just to like have it feeling complete for me, is just a drawback to when we've talked about reflective and active listening in the past. You've shared that it was really important and valuable to hear me like tell people explicitly what helps me to feel heard. And so like for me, just knowing those things, knowing what it sounds like, looks like to offer me active listening, has been like what then empowered you to like figure out those things so that you could share that with your partner, yada yada. And so I think the invitation would be, how would you tell somebody who wanted to, or who was willing to hold the container of now for you in a moment, how would you tell somebody to do that? What things would help you feel like that container of now is being held? And for me, I think it would be like somebody asking questions is really important to me. So if I'm already there, asking me, what's that like? How have you been coping with that? You know, like whatever. Yeah. So for me, that would be asking questions, giving me the verbal permission.
I was going to say
hey,
permission.
You're allowed to just focus on this moment. I know that everything else exists, and we do that with each other a lot. I know about all the other things.
Yeah, like
what's
the acknowledgement
true right now that feels important to talk about or share. Or
yeah, that part of me that needs that. There's a part of me that needs that external.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I see this, and it's okay to stay here. Allows some of like that masking or that need to be enough or good to sort of settle and relax and be like, no, you still are, and it's okay to just look here.
Yeah.
So that verbal permission, I think, is really big, and the having what I say reflected back to me is always like such a really powerful thing.
Yeah.
And so like in the text about my finger, when you were just like, you like had responded of just, I hope that you can, I already read it, but the part where you had said like, I hear that embarrassment and how painful that is right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so just like, just knowing that like, you're not trying to push me out of it.
Right.
And you're reflecting it back and also being like, and I see all the others.
Yeah.
It's really helpful. So good.
That. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for posing that.
Great conversation.
Oh, it was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm excited to listen back.
Me too. I gotta edit now. Hopefully this will make it easier.
Our new systems.
Yeah, all the things we're implementing. Hopefully more ease.
Yes. All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everyone.
Hey, we know time is hard to come by. Thanks for spending some of yours with us. And remember, you can always reach out. We're real people, and we're interested in what's real for you, too. Do you have questions or feedback? Anything you'd like to hear a chat on? Check the show notes for where to find us.